Greetings, wonderful viewers, wherever you are, of course, around the globe. Welcome to Atlantic TV, the home of TV revolution. Like we always said, we're located in the little smiling coast of our dear motherland, Gambia. And looking up again, we are located at the west coast region side of Gambia, far out of Combo South. Welcome to another edition of your exclusive interview live on TV here, Atlantic TV. Yeah, becoming one of the most followed program because why? We bring in people of all walks of life on this program. And not only that, we bring them to change life, to change the narrative positively for that matter. And of course, that's why you've seen the MPs, people in government, from sports to religion, etc. And of course, my name is Bakary Manneh, as always, fondly called Big Sam, the host of this program. And today, obviously, I'm so happy. And it's Friday. Yeah, let me make it more beautiful.
Yeah.
It's Friday, huh? So, so it's Friday, a beautiful day to all of you out there. I say hi to you all. And today, I'm so excited for the first time. He's my friend. He's my colleague in work. I mean, we've shared a lot of things together. We've cross-party each other. But that's the first time that we are going to share my platform live exclusively one another. I present to you a journalist, an institution editor for that one, and also an activist. This is called Yusef Taylor, aka Flexdan. Flex, Jerejef.
Big Sam.
Bismillah, welcome to Atlantic TV.
Thank you so much. It's been well overdue.
Yeah.
I'm so grateful for this opportunity to be sat here with you and finally talk about issues to move our country forward. Thank you so much.
I'm so elated. Thank you very much, Flex Dan. Everybody call him. Yeah, man. Yeah. He is gentle outside, but he's fire inside. Anyway, Flex, traditionally, before we start the program, like I said, we always give you the platform for our guests to say hi to family, friends, workmates, people that in one big bowl, You're welcome to say hi to all of them.
Indeed. I can't, first of all, start without thanking you and your team who are working behind the scenes. And obviously for this fantastic setup which you have here.
Thank you so much.
I wasn't expecting this, so you caught me by surprise.
VIP treatment.
Yes, honestly, and the studio is very, the cameras and everything. I want to thank your staff. I want to thank your listeners, your viewers.
Thank you.
I'm greeting all my family members, my parents, my loved ones who have been there with me all throughout this time, because I've been through some difficult times in my life.
Everybody got a story to tell.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I want to thank them for always standing by me and giving me that moral compass and checking me whenever I want to go out of line. Yeah. I cannot go without thanking the Gambian people, Gumsa Bopa, my Askanwi media team, and obviously, like I said, the Gumsa Bopa staff and all of us who are in this advocacy, all of us who are working to make sure that we have a better Gambia. It's not just us, Gumsa Bopa, but I'm here for Gambians. So I thank you so much once again.
We're doing like this, one Gambia.
Everybody, one Gambia.
One Gambia.
One people.
One people, huh?
Yes.
So there you go. Well, thank you very much, Flexdan. Once again, Juma Mubarak to everybody out there who tune in, what I'm saying? Family, my kids, I love you, daddy loves you, how it is, baby Sukai all the way in Australia, boy Manneh, Yasira, and of course Sankung and Ibrahim here. Hi, daddy loves you.
Yeah,
that's how it goes, Hey, okay, my favorite cameraman, Edward Muhammad, too, and family. Respect. Well, moving on, Flex. Everybody said Flex Dan, someone saying Yusef Taylor, but actually, who is Yusef Taylor? Born where, etc. Give a little bit of that for my viewers.
Yes. Yusef Taylor, born, I'm a Gambian, born here. I'm almost near in my 40s now. Huh? Don't let my young face fool you. But I'm still in my late 30s.
Okay.
So I I was born in Gambia, and then I spent most of my time when I was very, very young in Bundung. My family, we came from very humble beginnings.
Okay.
We were in Bundung. And then from there, we moved into various areas, but I spent a lot of my time in Carnifin Estate. That's where I grew up.
Okay.
Carnifin Estate, I went to many schools. I went to Ndaus when I was much, much younger. I eventually spent most of my time in Marina School.
Oh, okay, Marina International.
Marina International School.
Okay.
That's where I spent most of my time as a student. So I ended up being the head boy in my last years
Oh,
of Marina
congratulations.
School.
Yeah.
You know, I've always been very much somebody who don't like injustice.
Yeah.
I remember most of the times when I got into fights is because my friend or somebody, they wanted to take advantage of,
Like bullying,
yeah,
etc.
they wanted to bully somebody,
Yeah,
and I would be there to fight for my friends, those kind of things. So I always did not despise injustice. It's always been my narrative.
Okay.
I had a very good, you know, result, 2-1, which is just one step before the highest, which is, you know, first class.
Wow,
So
yeah.
I managed to get a 2-1. I was very disappointed because I was just about 3% from getting my first class.
Wow.
But after that, in the UK, even just before I graduated, I got a job in the UK.
Yeah.
Yeah, I managed to get a job in the United Kingdom
Okay.
before I graduated. And I worked in the UK as a civil engineer, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
After all those graduations?
Yes, after my graduation, I worked in there in the UK for over 5 years, 6 years as a civil engineer. I get some good experience there in the United Kingdom.
Wow.
But whilst I was working as a civil engineer, that's where I transitioned into activism and journalism.
Wow.
And then I got into Gainako online newspaper.
Yeah.
Gainako,
That's why many people know Dan.
that's where many people knew me from.
Yeah.
When I started going into Gainako, my colleague, my big brother Demba Balde,
Yeah.
he took me in. Demba Balde is in the United States,
Yeah.
Seattle. Many Gambians might know him.
And you know, that fooled me. I thought Flex did the studies and everything in America because of the Gainako and Demba's connection.
Exactly.
In fact, let me make it clear. It's right now here. I know you did something in UK. For me, I thought Flex was out and about in America and back in the Gambia.
Yeah, no, I was in the UK. I've been to US just once, actually, this year in April for the Michael Sankoria trial.
Okay, oh, I remember
that was
that.
the first time I've ever been in the United States, actually.
Okay.
So all that while, you know, Gambians in the diaspora, I was living a better life.
Okay.
You know, I'm in my pound sterling in the UK.
Yeah.
And then, you know, but we were looking inside in our country.
Okay.
And, you know, a sadness that was in there with us because we felt like, you know, Gambians are not living this, should be able to live. This Gambia is small. Gambia na fandao, you know, and we should be able to be developed. So
that's your transition.
yeah, that's my transition from Gainako. I was there in Gainako until 2018.
Okay.
I returned back to the Gambia from the UK.
Okay.
So at that time, I was protesting in the UK, protesting. Others were protesting in the US. The diaspora people were coming together. Like I said, my boss, I always call him my boss, Demba Balde, took me under his wing, and you know, he helped and molded me to become pretty much, you know, the journalist that I
today.
was.
That comes to say, how did your journalism start? Are you motivated by somebody, or you start? I mean, something that I can do this, and tell us the journey. How does it comes?
Yeah. So actually, I am definitely very much motivated by my uncle Sam Sarr.
Oh.
Sam, similar to your name.
Yeah, Sam Sarr, yeah, Uncle Sam.
So Sam Sarr is my uncle. Is my eldest uncle on my mother's side.
Okay.
My mother have lots of brothers.
Oh, okay.
So Sam Sarr is the editor for Furaya newspaper.
Right.
Many people will know him. And when I was in the UK, you know, I was very impressed. You know, these people were writing about enforced disappearances.
Okay.
During the time of the dictatorship of former President Jammeh.
Yeah, Jammeh, okay.
So, and I was like, wow, you know, these people are very brave. You know, like, how are they getting these things? How are they doing this? So I was working as a journalist. They inspired me. I tried to play my part. I was very much interested in human rights. You know, when I started to read about, you know, I'm an academic person, you know. I like to do my research. I like to do my write-up and those kind of things.
Exactly.
So I came across the likes of Deda Haidara when I was reading, and I get to be so inspired by these people. And for me, the journalists, these people that were going, finding where people are, writing about people who were disappeared. You know, even some of my colleagues, you know, I will even have to give them their flowers.
Okay.
You know, they are doing a lot of great job.
Yeah.
You know, one of them is Mustafa Jallo in Foroya newspaper. You know, people don't know him that much. He's a very quiet guy.
Yeah,
Yeah, but this guy was writing those things on Foria and, you know, Foria newspaper. They were doing a great job. So I was very inspired, and then I was working and doing my own thing. Eventually, I link up with many Gambians and journalists.
Yeah.
Because Gambia was having a situation of self-censorship.
Okay.
So there were a lot of journalists who couldn't publish in Gambian media outlets.
Okay. Okay.
Because the news and the media, they eventually understand that if you publish some news that time, they will come and shut down your...
And you are within.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, they will shut down your newspaper.
Close it down.
So then what used to happen, that's why a lot of time during the diaspora, people will be saying, at that time, in the struggle, right, people will say, but how comes the diaspora is reporting about this?
Yeah, and they're the one. People here who don't know.
Yeah, it's not that the people down in the ground don't know.
Yeah.
They know, but they know that if they publish this story, tomorrow, NIA, security officers are going to come and shut down your media.
Them, yeah.
So we were the outlet.
Okay.
The diaspora, because of, so they would send these stuffs to us. So some of these stuffs were coming out, and people will eventually realize that, in fact, what these people are writing is true. Wow. This is what is happening in Gambia.
Right here.
Yeah. So, like I say, it's not that the media did not know what in Gambia, did not know
they know
what
very well.
They know very well. But what they know is that, if I publish this one today, it's not going to be another story, because you know there have been many media houses that have been shut down. Independent. You know, they shut down. Even Taranga
Radio 1 FM, you know, was the force, you know.
Exactly.
I mean, exactly, yeah.
Many. So eventually, what you call self-censorship.
So they have to censor and then put it under, and then it's been published out there.
Yes.
So mostly these are the things that inspire you into coming up, and then the first job, if I remember, you picked up was with Jallo.
Yes.
You know, that was that. What was the name again?
With Gainako.
Yes. That was with Gainako.
Demba Balde.
But when you come to Gambia, you were still with Gainako.
I was still with Gainako. Gainako did not exist in Gambia per se.
Okay.
So I brought Gainako to Gambia.
In
2018.
Okay.
So we had a change, and I wanted to. I've always been so passionate.
Okay.
About my country.
Okay.
So I said, you know what? This is a very exciting time to be part of.
Okay.
You know, Gambia.
We're
looking for a new constitution, which we've seen what has happened.
Yeah.
And we want to consolidate the gains which we have. We need to go through security sector reforms. It's a time for reform, because the 2016 agenda was a reform agenda.
It was a
president.
Totally.
Yeah, the current president, you know, promised, and the coalition government promised to have a change. So it was an exciting time. In 2018, I came back home, and then I've been part of this, you know, advocacy, trying to push for a better Gambia, you know, because I feel like I have a responsibility.
Exactly.
You know, and I feel like, you know, there are things that we can definitely do for our country. And ever since, you know, I can only say it's not been a smooth ride. You know, sometimes you go to mile 2, sometimes police will arrest you, etc.
Exactly.
But you know, I want to say that, you know, it's rewarding. You know, this is our country. You know, and then obviously I have been a member of Gomsa Bopa since, you could say, almost the forming of Gomsa Bopa.
And that's where I am coming from.
Yes.
You know, sometimes when you float, you know, that's why it's very easy to talk to a journalist. It makes your life smooth. I'm going to look at you, nyan bu yala mo anda dafa anda nakala nyan yala mo anda amin. You know, it's like the float. And that tells me, because, I mean, many a time we see journalists, we see activists. Okay, let me say a special example. Big Sam is a journalist. Madi Jobad is an activist.
Yes.
So that's a different. But we see two things in you as a journalist. And
I'm an activist.
Tell us, how did the activist came to the journey in the activity, and then that can talk about the Gomsa Bopa and whatever.
Indeed. You know, I'm glad you asked the question, because people are always sometimes confused that how comes this guy is a journalist? How
Exactly.
comes he's an activist at the same time?
There you go.
Please feel free to ask me
And
tough questions as well. Don't make it too easy.
People go
Yes.
into the coverage. They said that, oh yeah, some people banging the journalists.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, you just cite here with the what? You know what? But come on, what's happening? You know, so I mean, they can't interlink because I know Flex Dan, Yusef Till as a journalist, but somebody know him an activist, and I know you are a journalist activist.
Yes.
So I mean, the activism.
So you say activism, really, in my view, have to be very well guided by information. You cannot be an activist and you just get up and you are just following your feelings. And for me, that's not what activism is about. Okay, activism is based on, bringing out solid information, basing your advocacy on real issues. So today, if you tell me to choose which one I am, activist or a journalist, I'll gladly tell you activist.
No, I know. For me, I know the energy burning.
You see, the reason is, and like I started and I said, the journalists, they were going into serious places. I can tell you that time when I was working as a journalist, we were sending reporters into Mile 2 to find Gambians who were missing. You see, so for me, there is a very there is a link between activist and journalism.
Okay, Flex Dan as an activist.
Yes. So me, I feel like I am an activist and also I am a journalist at the same time. But how do you do it? Do you base it on ethics? Do you base it on facts? Are you just following your feelings? So these are some of the things which I think sometimes our activists maybe perhaps they get wrong. I've been part of Bopa since when we began, we could say, and I was brought in. Obviously my colleagues Killer Ace and them, they started it, but even before that, right, I was working with them. So 2016 I remember traveling back to Senegal, and there was a big conference about the activists, the opposition, the coalition that they are seeing. That was one of the main times that we brought them together, and then we met up in Senegal. That time, for me, it was all about Gambia. Let's see how we're going to move the country forward. And what I was doing is, I had a very different approach. I look out for Gambians who were doing amazing things, who I feel like these people, I can align myself with them. And I was supporting a lot of young people in Gambia. Eventually, those young people see that trust in me. You understand? So, and that's how I met people like Killer Ace.
Okay.
Alibaba. He sang his song Kuboka Sigetagi.
Nanchi
Meomi. And that song.
You're gonna get him on this show, man, no matter what.
Definitely, I'm gonna bring him on for you.
Okay.
So I was so inspired by him and the decision, the choice to stand up and be the voice of the voiceless. And until today, he's the voice of the voiceless.
Yeah.
And I was working with them. I had my own group of young people in the Gambia at that same time.
That's cool.
And they were doing great things. They were actually called Hopes of Tomorrow. Some of them, even the current, the previous president, MS Bah, he was one of them.
MS, okay, yeah.
And can you believe even the National Assembly member, Banjul North, Honorable Bah?
Yeah, Bah.
Yes,
okay,
he was part of Hopes of Tomorrow.
Wow.
One of the councillors currently in, in the BCC, AB Gambia.
Okay.
Yes. So these were my main guys.
Okay.
We were doing amazing things in Gambia. Their group and, the Cypher, Gumsa Bopa, we were working together. We were young people who were like, we cannot sit down and look at other young people are being brutalized, being killed and all of that, and you cannot, it's as if. So that's how I got into this space and working with people. But my approach was always, don't talk to Gambians on the ground as if you know more than them what they are facing. Find Gambians who are doing the stuffs, who are doing sound, correct things, and they support them.
Okay. They will
work
tell you
with
their
them.
story.
They tell me this
stories.
is how I got to know, them, know what they are going through,
Exactly.
know exactly what is happening on the ground.
And freely they will give it to you.
Freely.
Yeah.
And then I was just supporting them. And you know, can you imagine? I can tell you until today, all those people that I just mentioned, we are still having Gambia at heart. All of them, they are still pushing Gambia. And we are still together. Can you imagine? Muneka andabu yagabi. Yeah, you know.
Andabu yaga tedegu.
Tedegu. Andabu yaga tedegu.
All of them andabu yagabi tegala. Wadanchi tegne burge naka andabu yaga tedegu.
Tedegu.
Moy degade.
Yeah. So when I went to Senegal in that 2016, that was when I cemented my, you know, collaboration with Gumsa Bopa, you know, and then when I traveled back in 2018, you know, I was living in the UK, but I wanted to come back. I came back, and then I was working with my guys. Gumsa Bopa continued working with them, solidified my collaboration with them. By then, Hopes of Tomorrow had, you know, sort of most of my guys there, they were no longer there. They had moved on to other things. Because they passed the leadership on to others, young people. So I wasn't so much affiliated with them. Well, this is how I got into the advocacy space, you know, the activism space, working with my Gambians. And I want to urge more people in the diaspora to adopt this kind of approach. When you see Gambians on the ground, you know, you can easily say, Gambians are not doing anything. Oh, everybody is a coward in the country. But that's not true. When you look in the Gambia, you will see that there are some Gambians who have win their trust. Before you know it, these people, you will start to, you become like a de facto advisor to them.
Awesome.
You see, and then you can have even a massive input here in this Gambia. You know, you can even shape change in this country. Like you said,
you ask.
Yes.
You ask. Yeah, you have to ask to know. I mean, I know what's happened. But before we continue, where did Askanwi come in? A little bit on Askanwi, because we're going to the activism stop, especially what is happening in the Gambia. But quickly, tell us how did Askanwi come?
Askanwi was born after just...
It's an online news.
It's an online media platform.
Right. Okay.
Unfortunately, Gumsa Bopa, we were hacked.
Okay.
I'm sorry, not Gumsa Bopa, Gainako, online newspaper.
Okay.
If we were still operating, I'm sure maybe Askanwi would not have even...
Oh, okay, be born, something like that.
So, because of I was very committed with Gainako, and we were doing a great job.
Okay.
But unfortunately, there was a scam job, which is a very... If I start to explain, it's a bit...
No, just a little bit. I just want to know, for people to know that you run at Askanwi and and just a little bit, because my topic is coming.
No problem.
I just wanted to browse through, please.
Yeah, so Askanwi Media has just been formed just over a year. We've been over a year now. And then because of Gainako, Gainako was hacked and brought down.
Okay.
I was trying to see how we could revive it, but unfortunately we couldn't.
So you brought it.
So I decided to go with Askanwi. So I created Askanwi, which is a media platform. We do fact-checking.
Okay.
We do investigative journalism.
Okay.
We do a lot of publications about things that are happening in the country.
Okay.
You know, we focus more on advocacy journalism.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, than the conventional.
The conventional. And we will go back to where I start. You remember, I came back to this country and I said that I want to be part of the reform. I want to be part of the change. Askanwi is there to advocate for the reform agenda, to advocate for the changes, which is we need a new constitution, which is the security sector reform, the TRRC, never again. You know, these are the main things. Corruption that is killing us. So, Askanwi, we are there to hold those to account. You know, our motto is pioneering citizen journalism for national interest.
And you're the CEO, right?
Yes, I am the editor. I don't even like to say
No, you don't like the CEO. You know, some of us don't like the title. I know. You are the chief editor, whatever.
Editor, managing editor, you could say. So, really, I believe if our people cannot make the right decisions. You know, today, the budget is happening. You know, I have one of my very young robust journalist Edward Dahlia. He's currently in the assembly.
That's fine.
Covering the budget.
All right, let's now move back to, as a journalist and an activist, what can you tell us about Gambia, the state of Gambia right now?
Yes, Gambia, I feel like we were making some progress.
Okay.
And definitely, I cannot say we have not had some positive change since the change in the in 2016, 2017.
Exactly.
Because we were having dictatorship then. There have been many things that have been done. For example, the TRRC have been done. We are saying never again. The recommendations, they are being implemented, albeit very slowly. So, we had the Janneh Commission. These are all positive things. The Constitution came, but unfortunately, but some of these things are promises, and it's time for us to implement, for example, the TRRC recommendations, not selectively. So we are having some of these problems, We should have had a constitution. Twice now, we have tried, but unfortunately it has fallen down the wayside. And the constitution is the foundation. Many millions, over 100 million, has been 120 something million, has been pumped into the CRC, Constitutional Review Commission. But then what has it brought us? So those are some of the things. There are positive things. Very soon, even this National Assembly session, we are going to see that they are going to do what discuss the Anti-Corruption Commission.
Okay.
These are all positive things. Whether they bring the right people there or not, these are all the important things. You see, so I want to first of all acknowledge that there have been some changes.
Okay.
Yeah, there have been, like we have as journalists, we have the Access to Information Act, which we never had. And there is a commission, Access to Information Commission, that is sitting. You understand? Which was never here. So you can access information. Still, there are some challenges. We had a change. ECOMIC came into this country. When ECOMIC came into this country, the plan was not for them to be here until now.
Eternity.
Yeah. The plan was they were to have phased them out. We would have trained our own people, our own Gambians. And these Gambians would take ownership of this country's security. And they would have phased out. All right? But ECOMIC is still here, and those are some of the things that should have changed. We are still seeing police brutality.
Yeah.
Before back then, of course, like I said, we have to be realist. Back then we had the junglers. People used to be disappeared. You will not know where your people are. You understand? Okay? Now, what do we have? We still have police brutality. We don't have the junglers. They have been disbanded. NIA no longer have the right to arrest people. Right? But then what else are we facing? We are saying not long ago, just here, not too far from here in Mandinari, what happened? You understand? Police brutality. You catch some young person, police is not judge, jury, and executioner. The police have to arrest people, take them to the court. Let the court decide their fate. Not to be killing people. It's not the first time. We are all talking about this young man who unfortunately, Omar Baji, who unfortunately we lost. And there is a coroner's inquest which is going on. These are all part of the positives.
Okay.
But the negatives shouldn't have happened in the first place, which is to lose his life. But I'm sure if we were in the Jame days, perhaps coroner inquest might not have happened.
No. That's a different ball game.
You see,
that's
so I want to be...
You mean the police brutality?
Yes, police brutality.
Which need to stop.
Look, not long ago, just 2 days ago, we are hearing that one police officer got involved in arresting some young people who were playing post bundao. Young people playing post bundao. But digga. Huh? So, these are all some of the things that make you wonder. Are we taking one step forward?
We should
or
be
2 steps forward or one and then steps backward? Because of now, after Gambians got rid of Jammeh and we have President Barrow, right? Gambians have a level of expectations.
Yeah, we should reach there.
Yes. And then Gambians want to keep going up and up and better. You understand? We want to have democracy, real democracy, not a pseudo-democracy or a half-baked democracy. You understand? It's like you are living in a police state.
I like that half-baked.
See?
We want full-baked one.
We want the full-baked stuff.
One.
You know?
Well, like the team comes up and all these activity. I mean, the Mahdi job artists, that is the Edward, are all coming up, and I think gradually we're going to be. But before we go, I want this, and I definitely ask my, let's say, my guest speaker today, what is your most important message before we go that Flag Dan is going to send to the people? You can decide which one you want to, but this is something that I love most on this platform. And I want you to look at them straight and tell them that is from you to them.
Straight from the heart, this one.
Yeah, please.
You know, my most important message is to tell Gambians, you see, you have to believe in yourself, believe in your country, believe in God. We can make it here. Gom sa Bopa, gom yala, gom sa dika. There is no need for us to take the back way and go out there and die. We can make it here if we decide that this country is ours. You wake up in the morning, nga dance a dole. It's not easy, but that is the way forward. And then when we come together collectively and demand that our leaders give us the platform that we deserve, youth empowerment, women empowerment, upliftment, trust me, there is so much that we can achieve here. I know the opportunities are not as if they are bountiful or plentiful, but what is the other option? To take the back way and go out there and die? No. I want to discourage any young person from doing that. And I want to encourage every young person to believe themselves. You believe in yourself, gom yala, gom sa deka, one Gambia, dinen ko make. Yombut nak, waxuma ne dafa easy. But I feel that this is the best chance. Te, so hole yenen deka, diga. Wow, activists nak, we are never satisfied. But Gambia, 2 million people. We are not a landlocked country, unlike other countries. You see, there are so many things that we can achieve here. Really, I want to leave Gambians with a very positive message. You know, I'm not saying that the youths are happy, but if we work together and we come and make sure that this country is a better place, there is no reason, there should be no reason why the youth should not be happy in this country. I believe that.
Very, very positive one. Very, very good. Well, Flex, that we come to the end of this wonderful interview. Finally,
Wow,
before we
that
go.
was so quick, Sam.
No, we're coming back. No. No, remember, we're coming back.
Okay.
You're going somewhere. We have an activity coming in the weekend. And then we
Wow,
are going to
Sam,
get you back.
No, I thought that we were going to go. Didn't gonna do a CB new forum FNC.
No, I forgot you. I mean, the plans are up.
I'm grateful.
Coming back.
I'm so happy.
Flex, finally, before you go, from our viewers, finally, before you go.
Thank you. I want to thank everybody who is tuning in onto the program. We are having the Cypher on the 14th, Brikama Box Bar. The Cypher where we are going to have Gambian artists performing. Brikama artists are going to be performing. Chronic Bob, many other artists. Let me see if I can just quickly.
Quickly. And what is the Cypher? Because I was contacted by Mariama Bujang yesterday about it. In fact, I gave them a time on the radio.
Perfect.
Yes.
So the Cypher is going to be on the 14th. We are going to be here on the Cypher at Brikama Box Bar. We will share the flyer, and hopefully you can share the flyer with my colleagues.
There you go.
It's going to be at Brikama Box Bar on the 14th of November. We have Nat Easy, Sunjata there, the Dog Father, Binzi, the Daddy Lempa is going to be performing, Pascal Abuk, and then we have Lizzie the Hardest, Coke Boy, Kibla, Chronic Bob, and we're trying to get some surprise artists who are going to come in as well and do some major performances. And obviously,
so that's going to be in Box Bar.
It's going to be in Brikama Box Bar, 14 November.
Yeah.
Yes, and even we are trying to, we also have the Cypher edition in there. You are going to have the street battles. Rappers are going to do their battles too.
Yeah, okay.
So there's going to be a very interesting.
So we want everybody there.
Free entry, free entry, Gambians come.
Come and stand and watch and see it.
Yes.
Flex, I'm so happy. Thank you so much. Like I said, we bring more. Flex is going to be the consultant. We'll have a lot of these guys on the studio on this platform. And in fact, Flex is coming back. In fact, he might come back with other people. So that ends the exclusive interview today. Of course, it was live coming to you at our studio here in Farato, West Coast region. Thank you very much for being there. Juma Mubarak to you all. And thanks, Flex, and all the Gamsa Bopa and everybody out there. On that note, thanks to my favorite cameraman right here, Edward Nuhabaji. Big thanks to, I know I saw Kuba and Co out there, you know, Aminata. And then, yeah, the man behind the scene. Hey, Samba Respect. And of course, Liga Matar. Thank you so much for being there. From me, Big Sam, and the entire management of this noble exclusive interview in Atlantic TV. Thank you so much for your time and bye.